Hi guys, welcome back to the Resinator. As you can see by my workbench, there's a lot going on here. I'm going to be doing a project which is quite ambitious for me, and that's shaker moulds. I've never tried them before and I've always shied away from them, thinking that looks way too complicated for me. But I recently saw a video on the channel Koenig's Creations and it's really inspired me. If you've never seen Koenig's Creations, I'll pop a link down in the description. It's a channel that is run by Kirk and Nikki, and they do projects together and they're actually really funny. So yeah, go down and have a look at them. So these shaker moulds are hearts. There's different patterns in them. This one's a strawberry, this one's stripes. I thought maybe I could colour in the what would be green on these strawberry bits in mica powder, and then either do the same with the stripes in the heart here, or possibly do the stripes with black UV resin, but we'll see. So let's do this first, and I'm going to try it with this because it's actually a really good UV resin. This is the Let's Resin set, and I think there's 12 in the set, all different colours. Just going to draw that round. This one's coming to the end. I need to get a new set because I don't think you can buy these colours separately, sadly. But this is a really good black UV resin. This is the resin that I used for the yin yang pendant that I made for my mum a while back. I'll link that video in the description as well. It's really good resin. So I'm just gonna fill the ridges in and then give that a little cure. And then once that's cured, I'll mix up some epoxy resin with some white mica powder and then fill the rest up with the white, and then we should just be left, when we turn it over after it's demolded, we should be left with the nice black. This is a bit fiddly, so we'll probably speed this up and pop a bit of music on for you to listen to. So these two are cured, they're all filled in and cured. As you can see, I popped some blue in the eyes, pink in the ears, and you won't be able to see it very well, but a little bit of white in those pores there, and then gave them a good 3 minutes underneath the lamp. So let's move those out of the way because we're now going to do our strawberry. So I'm just going to paint mica powder in the bits where it would be green. And then when I fill this in with resin, I'm going to just colour the resin with red mica powder. And I'm going to have a bit of a clean up to do, obviously. But it's never tidy with mica powder, so I might as well just go for it and then go around with a micro brush with alcohol on the end of it just to clean it up. So my resin's all mixed. I used J. Diction Crystal Clear Epoxy, equal parts of A and B. And then I've split it across 2 cups because I want one coloured with red, one coloured with white. And then I don't know, I might colour another bit with black for the cat. I think I probably will, but I'm not sure yet. Okay, so first of all, let's do our strawberry. So we just want to add a bit of red mica into there. That's actually quite a pinky red, and it is difficult to get a good red, but I don't mind if it's pinky red. That's a really nice red actually, even if it is pinkish. It's a nice happy colour. And as usual, I've got way too much, but never mind. So just pinch my cup a little bit. So now I'm just going to fill this up right to the top. Going to let that run a little bit because it needs to be quite flat, I think. Now I think I will go around in the ridge slowly with a micro brush, because this is where the film is going to be sealed onto this side, I think, so we really don't want any bubbles. So I'm going to keep a close eye on that. Keep torching any bubbles that come up. Way too much red. So this one and this one need to be white. So I'm going to mix white into this one. I think I will do that one all white. There we go. In we go with our white. Just giving him a little tap. I will go around with a micro brush as well though, but there is bubbles coming up. So I'll move that to one side, let the bubbles come up, and then give that a torch. And then this one, I'm going to put a bit of black in, and that is going to be for my cat. So I'm just going to add a little bit to there, because I can use that clear for something else. Okay, so just need to wait for those to cure now, and I will be back for the next stage. These are ready to demold now, so I'm just going to pop them out. Come on, out you come. Oh, that's come out quite cool. Yeah, that's worked really well. Some really nice definition there between the black UV and the white epoxy, so that's cool. Let's do the strawberry. I'm not sure about this one because I'm not sure that the green is going to come out very well, but well, it's green enough. It'll do. You get the gist. I think next time I would possibly colour that bit in with a green acrylic marker perhaps, but I'm still happy with that. I like that. So let's have a look at our panda bear. Oh yeah, he's come out pretty well actually. I can see how that's going to work. That's going to look cool. Not quite sure about these, what look like paws. I'll leave them in the mould for now. I don't know, maybe they'll stick somewhere on here after, once it's all put together. We'll see. And let's have a look at our cat. Yeah, he's come out all right, but I probably will colour in sort of his eyes and whiskers and stuff with acrylic marker after, I think, just so you can see it a bit better because the black's sort of overtaken everything. Right, so we don't need our little animal heads just yet. So the idea of these is that you put little bits and pieces inside them, which I've got here. I've got some, these are polymer clay slices, little tiny polymer clay slices. That these ones are paws, which I'm going to put in this one, and then these ones are different fruit slices, which I'm going to put in the strawberry one. Once they're in, and probably a little bit of glitter as well, but then once they're in, the idea is to take one of these acetate films and pop it on there with UV resin and stick it down. Now my worry is, for some reason with these moulds, other moulds that I've seen have had a little ridge that you would put in your needle tip bottle to squirt your fluid in, and then once that's in, close the hole with UV resin. But these don't seem to have a ridge, so that might be a bit of a problem. Okay, let's pop our filling in them and see how we go. So I'm going to put a few paw prints in that one. I'm going to put some fruit slices in that one. Seeing as these were out of mixed bags, by the way, these mixed bags here, which I actually got from Resin Rockers, I believe. I've found some really good ones on Amazon, so I've put a link in the description for that. So I'm going to pop those in there. I also want to add a little bit of glitter. So this one, I'm thinking maybe a bit of pink glitter to go with his eyes. Not his eyes, sorry, his ears and his nose. So maybe a little bit of glitter there. I don't want to go too mad. It's difficult because I've never done these before, so I don't know how much to use, but it is what it is. It might be a disaster. I've got a feeling it's going to be, but hey, I always said on this channel it'd be warts and all, and that's exactly what it is. So I'm going to go with a little bit of green in here because it will go with, I don't know, should I put green in there? The green might overtake the fruit, so let's have a look. What did I get out? I've got a gold, That's more of a champagne-y gold. Let's go with that one. I suppose I could put a little bit of green in there, but it's already quite colourful. So let's put some glitter in there. I have no idea how much to put in. Absolutely no idea whatsoever. So now we need to do this bit. Oh, look at that. Static straight away is pulling. So I think what I might have to do is to partially stick that down and leave myself a little gap and see how that goes. I'm going to try it with this one first. Okay. Let's move that a second. I've got some J. Diction hard type UV resin. I'm just going to pop a little bit in here because I'm going to put it on with a micro brush. I've got a feeling this is going to be an absolute disaster. But like I said, I show my mistakes on this channel as well. Everything, warts and all. Now I've left myself a little gap there. Hopefully I've left myself enough. So I'm going to drop that on there. And then get the light on that just to give it a quick seal. Well, it's stuck down, but the question is, am I going to be able to get my needle tip bottle in there? I don't think I will. I could put a little hole in it, I suppose, on the top, because I'm going to dome that. So would I get away with that? Making the tiniest little hole? I'm going to have to think about that. Okay, I'm going to think about that and I'll be back shortly. Okay, so a little bit of trial and error later, I've managed to get some liquid into this one. Now, I'll show you what I did on this one. So, I've put a little hole, I don't know if you're going to be able to see it on camera, a little hole in the acetate. So let me stick this acetate on here first and then I'll show you. So I'm going to drop that on there. I've just watched all the way around to make sure that there's a seal on it. And I'm actually going to do it under my neutron star instead of my little torch. Now, the liquid that I've put in this, and I probably could have done with putting a bit more in, but I wasn't sure if it was going to work. So I thought I better do it sparingly to start with. So all this is just simple baby oil. That's all it is. And I've just decanted it into a needle tip bowl so that I can squirt it in. I will look for some different moulds though, the ones with the ridge in the side, to see if they work better and maybe compare the two. I'm hoping that once I mean, yeah, you're still going to be able to see that hole, I'm sure. But hopefully it'll look a bit better once I put a dome coat on it. So that should be okay for now. Let's move that out of the way. Right, that looks relatively sealed. Well, let's hope it's more than relatively sealed, eh? So I'm just gonna put the tip of my bottle in there and just squirt in the baby oil. I'll chance putting a little bit more in it this time. Just going to wipe excess oil off of that, and then get a blob of my resin and just get that sealed quickly. Well, so far it's working. There we go. Maybe less glitter next time because it's hard to see the fruit slices, but no leaking so far, so that's good. Okay. So I think I'm going to glue these on with jewellery glue because that's really strong. And then dome over it all maybe. Okay. I've just done that when what I actually wanted to do was score the edge of that a little bit. Not much, just a little bit, just to give it something to grab hold of. And let's just glue him on there. And then I could possibly even glue the little paws on as well. Yeah, he looked cute. So let's just score the cat. And glue this one on. I'm now questioning my choice of doing the strawberry heart. But hey, it is what it is. And I did give him little white paws. His head's just come off. Great. Right, I'm just going to let these dry a little bit. And then I'm going to pop a dome coat on. And I'll show you what they look like at the end. So I've just touched up some details on the cat's face with my acrylic markers. These are my markers. They weren't expensive. Again, I'll pop a link in the description below, but I've just touched up the pink in his ears and on his mouth, white on his cheeks where his whiskers would be, and green in his eyes. I thought I'd left a black one out because I want to, I don't know, do I really want to put pupils in there? I suppose I should, seeing as he's a cat, but I kind of like his eyes wide like that. So I'm just going to show you what I'm going to do with regards doming. So I'm just using high viscosity J Diction UV resin. I like this one because it's nice and thick. And I'm just going to maneuver it around, take it right up to the edge. And doing this just gives your pieces a nice finish. So right up to the edge. Going to do a little bit on and around those paws. And then just turn it round, make sure that I've got up to the edge here where it's hard to see, and then I'm just going to do a little coat over his face, not really a dome coat, it's just to give it a nicer finish. I've already done this one. Resin tends to act, it sort of magnifies things as well, so if you've got some detail that you want to show up, putting another layer of resin on works well. Let's pop some bits in his eyes. And again, I'm going right up to the edges. Resin self-levels and holds its own surface tension. So as long as you don't go mad, it shouldn't overflow. I'm just pushing it up to the edge, and I did the same with the other one as well. I just pushed it up to the edge of the heart because it will, although the head is glued on, it will give it a little bit more security, stick it a little bit better as well. Another layer of glue. I'm just going to pop a little bit in his ears. Really don't need much in there. I think that's enough for now. So I'm going to pop these both under the big lamp, and I will be back to show you the finished result. These are all done and the dome coats are now cured. I gave it a good 5 minutes under the lamp. Unfortunately, I did have a little bit of a leak, not from the shaker fortunately. It was actually a bit of a dribble of UV resin, but I'll wait for everything else to completely cure, give it a couple of days, and then it'll probably pop out with a craft knife. But no leaks out of the actual shaker, which I'm really pleased with. I'm going to bring them up one by one. So here's our little panda bear. Now, next time I do these, I will probably either not add glitter or add less glitter. And this one needed more oil in it, but this is the one where I actually went into panic mode because I realised there wasn't the little ridge in these that normal shaker moulds have. So I sort of had to think on the fly because I've only watched 1 or 2 videos on how to make these. But having said that, once I've put the dome coat on, you can't really see the hole all that much that I use there. So I'm happy with that. And here's the little cat one. This is the one with the fruit pieces, and again, maybe too much glitter. Maybe it needs to be the polymer slices or the glitter. There's more oil in this one because I wasn't in panic mode. And actually you can hardly see where the hole is that I put in there. So a little bit messy, but hey, they're still a success, which I'm pleased about, because there was a point where I thought, oh gosh, this isn't going to work. But yeah, there we go. I'm very happy with those. I'll pop some pictures up at the end. Again, if you have never seen Koenig's creations, please go and watch their videos. The things that they make are absolutely awesome, and they are really, really funny. So yeah, I'll pop a link to their channel in the description. Go and have a look at their videos. And if you like what I'm doing, please pop a like on the video and consider subscribing to the channel. It's a couple of little clicks and it's free, and it really helps me grow the channel. Links to everything that I've used in this project will be down in the description, along with links to my Etsy store and to buy me a coffee. Thank you to everyone that's already done that. Anything that comes in from that goes straight back into the channel, and I really appreciate everyone that has done that. I appreciate all the subs and the likes, all the coffees, and anyone that's been and bought anything from my store. Don't forget to check out the description for discount codes. I'm affiliated with various companies, so there'll be some money saving discount codes down there. And all that's left to say is thank you guys, and I will see you in the next one. Take care guys. Bye.